and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about controlling behaviours, specific controlling behaviours. First of all, if you're new to this channel, don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy. I'm author of Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, which is a superhero style autobiographical book. Link is below in the description, or in the channel description, should I say, and then Asexual Perspectives. 47 asexual stories is, yeah, exactly what it says on the tin. So let's get started and cracking on today's video then. So what am I talking about? So I had someone friend me on Facebook. I think it was a couple of days ago, and they didn't say why they friended me, why they wanted to connect with me. And so I asked them, they sent a message saying hi, and I asked them in the message, like, why did you want to connect with me? And they didn't answer straight away. But they had one of these cartoon pictures, you know, like these caricatures. So you've always got to be careful with people who just have caricatures on their profile. But obviously a lot of asexuals do have symbols and caricatures as their profile. So, you know, and it doesn't mean to say everyone's bad just because they have a caricature on their profile, but obviously it means they're hidden. They don't want people to see their true identity, you know, what they look like in person, unless they've got other photographs on their profile, right? And so anyway, this person, I asked them why they want to connect with me, basically. And then they got back to me later today, yesterday now, and said, oh, I just want to be your friend. And so I noticed this was an Indian name. So I said, oh, well, I said to them, oh, and they said, oh, I want to just be your friend, but not many people want to talk as friends, you know, not many people want to talk to me. And I said to them, oh, well, I'm guessing you know I like Indians. I like Indian guys and Indian people. I said, I'm guessing you know that. And they said, yeah. So they'd obviously been looking at my profile. I don't know if they watch this channel, but on my profile I do put about liking Indian guys from time to time. I write posts, which includes recently. And so anyway, they said they just want to be friends, right? Okay, fair enough. Good, I know where I stand. But be very careful of people who say they just want to be friends, because a lot of them do not want to be that way, especially if they haven't introduced themselves properly. You kind of don't know who they are, why they want to connect with you, and you don't know them, right? So anyway, what happened was, I continued the conversation, and I'm like, well, and then they said, well, no one wants to talk to me. And I said, well, that's because, you know, I happen to like Indians and Indian people, but people don't know who you are. You know, you don't introduce yourself, you don't tell people about you, people don't know who you are. So that's why people don't talk to you. And then he's saying, and then I said, like, why are you like connecting with random people as friends? And he's like, oh, because my friends have friends abroad and I want to have them too. I said, so basically you just want to have friends as a competition for, you know, for yourself, basically for his ego. You know, if a person is friend collecting just for the sake of getting friends like that, it's ego driven. It's driven with an insecurity within themselves, right? The average person, if you Google online, the average person has got about 329, 330 friends, something like that, usually on Facebook. If you come across someone who's not using their Facebook for business, so they're not building a brand on there, they're not an artist building a following, they're not an entrepreneur, they're not a musician, you know, they're not something where, you know, they're trying to get people to follow them because they want them to buy their products and services. If it's not that type of person, they're not a celebrity, you know, they're kind of like the average person, if you like, in terms of like doing a job or college or study. I mean, no one's average, everyone's, you know, different, and difference is beautiful, right? But you know what I'm saying, right? Regular work, regular profile. If you get someone who's just got loads and loads of 1,000+ followers like that, or friends, you got to be very careful, because it is a red flag that they are just collecting people as their friends, especially if they're a guy and their profile's nearly all women. It's clearly they are connecting with women just to chat them up in their inbox because they want to flirt with them and want to create online relationships, right? And that brings me to another point in a moment. A lot of people want to create online relationships like that because they want some sort of control from afar. They might actually be married or in a relationship already. You've got to be very careful of this. So anyway, the conversation progresses. So basically you well, actually, I can't read it out because I'm on my phone now. But basically, I said, so you're collecting friends. You're having friends like as a competition because your friends have got friends. So you're doing it for yourself, basically, not because you genuinely care about other people. And then they said, I'm not just collecting friends. And I'm like, well, that's a huge red flag because someone who's narcissistic, for example, they will take back the information they've said. So they told me that they were getting people abroad as friends because their friends had got loads of people abroad and they hadn't. So that's why they're doing it. So obviously they don't care about who they are friending. They just want friends abroad. Right? This is a huge red flag. And this is person who doesn't care about other people. All they care about is themselves. They're doing something from a very self-centered and selfish place to stroke their own ego because they're insecure, because they want what they see their friends has. And you know, it's from a place of insecurity and selfishness, right? You have to understand that people who are controllers, narcissists and abusers, they have this type of mentality, right? Because they are that insecure within themselves, they want to grasp onto anyone who can possibly be their friend and talk to them, right? And it's another red flag when they want people specifically abroad, because usually they do that because they want a visa. They want to be able to connect with someone. I'm not saying that every person approaches you that wants friends abroad is a bad person. What I'm saying is when someone's guys, well, I'm talking about guys, it could be any gender, specifically going after people in foreign countries and making a point of doing that, that's usually because they're trying to get close to that person in order to ask them something later, such as for money, help to get into your country, get married to get a visa. These are the type of foundations they will lay, right? You have to understand these people are controllers. They manipulators, they're abusers. They want things for selfish reasons to better their life, to have personal gain, and don't care who they hurt in the process. But they will come across as innocent. Like this guy's like, oh, no one wants to talk to me. So that's so you instantly meant to feel sorry for him. Like, oh, that's a shame, you know, why do you feel so left out type thing, you know? Like, oh, my friends have all got friends abroad, but I haven't, and no one wants to talk to me. It's a sob story, right? Do not fall for sob stories. Right. And so, you know, I said, well, at least you're, you know, because I said that, oh, well, at least you're honest about, you know, like that's why you want people. And then he turned around, like I said, and said, well, I'm not just friending people like that, just looking for a friend. And obviously he was, or maybe he wasn't. He's looking for someone with an ulterior motive, more like, right? He's his ulterior motive for an ulterior motive that he has. And so then, he said, oh, I want to get close and share feelings with like a girl, but he's made it clear he didn't want to be anything more than friends. Now when a guy says specific words like that, that's not someone who'd usually be acquaintance trying to get together as a friend. That's someone who wants you to get emotionally attached to them. So in effect, they want you to kind of feel like they're your boyfriend and you've got this type of intimate emotional relationship with them, so they can then use and abuse you later. They're setting you up to be emotionally sucked in and connected to them so that you feel obliged to talk to them, want them, need them, can't live without them type thing. This is what they're setting you up for. You have to understand how they're doing it. They're very crafty, right? So anyway, then he turns around and says to me, I want to be your, I said, I've already got friends. I've got 3 best friends. Because you know about being a best friend, sharing things. I'm like, I've already got best friends. It's like, I don't need more best friends. I've already got 3. Right. And people might find that weird, but I'm not on the lookout for more best friends. The only thing I would like is, in terms of a best friend, is if I get a romantic partner in the future, I believe they should be my best friend too. But I would never give up my best friends that I've already got for some guy coming along that I might or might not be with forever. You know what I mean? My friends are very important. I wouldn't give my friends up for anything. And so anyway, you know, I'm there saying, well, I've got three best friends, you know, two in the UK and one elsewhere. And they're like, oh, what about the other one? I said, they've moved to Turkey. And they said, well, I want to be your friend, but, and I was waiting for the but, only if you have me as your own, only if you have me as your only friend and no one else. And oh my God, that is the most controlling thing I've ever heard. You do not want to get or be in any friendship or relationship where they are literally wanting you to just be friends with them or in a relationship with them. That is absolutely disgusting, controlling, manipulative, and I hate that type of person. I really can't stand them. And so I said, no, you're not a good guy, not even to be a friend. And he's like, oh, can you explain, please? I said, you're controlling. And I blocked him out of my life. I mean, honestly, I don't know where these guys get the idea that they can go around treating women or anyone like that. You know, that is disgusting, pure control. But there was obviously signs there already of control. One is when a guy is going around friending loads of people. I dated someone like this. I dated a guy who was just basically going collecting friends from different places around the world. You know, huge red flag for me that I couldn't trust him, because guys who do that aren't trustworthy. They're just grabbing anything they can. And they're trying to set up women in different countries so they got options to move and have a potential girlfriend there usually. Or more like a potential marriage situation where they can leave their own country because they're not happy there, or their own life because they don't like it. And they get married to a woman just so they can get a visa. It's absolutely disgusting. You know, and you know, the red flags were there when someone says, you know, something and they go against it. Oh, well, I wasn't just friending someone. It's like, that's what you've just told me. You know, that's what narcissists do. They'll say something, then they'll backtrack and say the opposite to blur your reality, to make you think twice. Like, oh, well, I'm sure he just said that. You know, that's weird. He'll contradict himself. So it's not a good guy who does this type of thing. Unfortunately, there's quite a lot of them around on the internet. It's sad though, because he's a shame. He brings shame on Indians, because not all Indian guys are like him. He did put me off actually being with an Indian guy. I'm like, oh my God, you know, if this is going to happen, I'll just end up being with a British guy who, you know, my long-term relationships have been with British guys, but they haven't been good relationships either, you know. But I'd rather be on my own and be single forever than be with these type of guys. It's disgusting, you know, absolutely disgusting. And you can see the emotional manipulation there, you know. I personally don't want to get close to a guy unless really he does want a relationship with me, because I don't experience platonic attraction. I'm a hyper romantic, so I develop love feelings very quickly for a guy, romance or love feelings. And I do have the ability to love again, because I've noticed lately I've changed on that. I didn't really have, I don't think, the ability to love until like I've kind of like getting over the other two guys last year, and it's like, well, now my heart and love can actually go to another person, I feel. I think probably a little bit more time will tell on that, but yeah, I'm kind of getting to that stage now where, you know, I deserve a really nice guy for me, not a creeps like this, you know. And it's just disgusting. And I just wanted to let you know, be careful of these controlling signs, these warning signs, because, you know, not everyone's like this, but unfortunately some people are. And, you know, it's better to be with someone in a relationship who's very picky about their friends, including their Facebook friends. Not someone who's going around friending loads of people, because if they are friending loads of people, they're probably chatting loads of people up. They're probably very insecure, having to have validation from multiple people, because they're so underconfident in themselves. They're so trying to grapple at friends, and it's not going to be a healthy, secure relationship for you to be in if you were looking for a relationship with someone, whether that's a friendship or more, such as a romantic relationship. You know, you can't trust someone who's just going grabbing anyone and everyone that they can find. That's not a good person that does that. A good person will be picky about who they have as their friends. They will want good quality friends. They want people who actually care about them, you know, and they'll want to be a good person, a good friend. They won't expect you to drop your friends in place of having them as a friend. It's disgusting. I would never, ever, ever give my friends up, you know. And I like Indian guys, but not to the point where I want to be controlled and manipulated by them and not having friends. That's just disgusting. You know, I don't want to be in a relationship with any guy who does that. You know? And any guy who can't be trusted. And seriously, these guys cannot be trusted. You know? It makes me sick, to be quite honest. I'm like disgusted. You know, I hate these type of guys. Anyway, I just wanted to warn you about these type of guys. Look out for them, because there's some of those are blatant, obvious signs by what you said in the end, but there's more subtle signs, like, you know, the fact of why is someone randomly getting friends and getting loads of them, especially in foreign countries, you know. I'd rather be with a British born Indian guy, to be honest, and I know at least what I'm getting. You know, but right now it's just best to stay single and love myself. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to post an emoji or a comment below. Love to know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. Lots of love to you. Mwah. Bye. Take care. Bye.